Howdy ho, friends. Just got through having a tasty sandwich for me lunch. And it's going to be back to work now. As soon as I can get my controller working. I have to restart it. And there it is. All right. Well, I think when we left, what we needed to do was we needed to come over here and get our truck. Oop. And we need to go over to the sawmill. Ooh, that's a little close in. Let's back up. There we go. Excuse me. And we probably could have used the bale trailer, but let's see what we can do here. We've got a bunch of beams over here. I don't think we can get that many in here. I bet it's going to tell me that I can't put any in at all. Item too large. Yeah, you watch this. We are going to get some in there. Did I see that? I don't have super strength, but I guess these are liftable pallets now. Well, watch this. Slide this little buddy in right in. Right there. One. How close can we get? Ooh, that's not very pretty. That'll work. I'm just going to have to be careful going excuse me, around the curves. Now let's see, where do we sell these buddies? Wood beams to the castle. We've already worked. We're going to have to make a couple of trips. Castle tag. Where is the castle? Way over there. How do... Ooh, that's a long trip over there. Okie dokie. There we go. I would jump cut this, but this is the first time I've gone that way, so we'll see some new landscape, maybe. Let's put our bigger map on. Okay, I guess we gotta go up. We could take a shortcut, maybe? Does that look like a shortcut? I sure hope so. Actually, no, it's not. Or maybe we can go around this way. And get back on the highway. Oop, don't get hit by a bus. Sorry, guys. And then we cross over right here. Then we gotta go this way. How is everybody doing today? I am way behind on all of my stuff because my internet provider, which I live in a kind of rural area, and up until recently the best that we could get was our old friend Starlink. And on a house with as many people and applications running and streaming and all that we got going on, it was struggling, and it was expensive. I mean, it was the only game in town, so to speak. We tried the wireless. Hey, you getting in my lane. We tried the wireless Wi-Fi, and we have basically two major providers for this area that work. Really, I guess there could be three, but one of them doesn't, which is the one that all our cell phones, most of our cell phones are with, is just, it's like we're in the fringe between all the towers. We have barely any signal. We cannot get any internet, and half the time our phones disconnect in the middle of calls and all that kind of stuff. So that was one option that didn't really work very good. Here we are. And boom. All right. We are positive. Let's go make another trip. And so, anyway, Starlink is really the only, or was, the only game in town as far as the internet goes that had any kind of decent speed or any of that kind of stuff. And until a new provider for this area, they were in surrounding areas, but it's a new provider. They laid fiber in our neighborhood, and boy, how did I get excited when I saw that truck laying that stuff. And when I drove past them and asked them what they were doing, and they said they were laying fiber, I literally did a happy dance in the car. And it took them a few months, and there's still some hiccups because they're still installing, and so it went down yesterday afternoon and didn't come back up till this morning. But it's very high speed. I'm getting supposed to be paying for a 2.5 gigabit connection, and I'm getting over that to the router. And whoa, Nelly, confused you, sorry. And so it basically means that our downloads and uploads are really, really good when it's working. But since I installed it, and this higher speed is less than Starlink at it's supposed to be 300 or 400 megabits, but it was not getting anywhere near that. 150, 200 megabits, whatever, but we made do. Anyway, it works really well most of the time, and we've only had it for like 2 months, so considering how new it is, it's easy to forget and not get frustrated when it goes down. But I didn't want to pay the extra money to keep Starlink while we were in this period of newness, which I think I'm going to kind of change my budget around and turn it back on. I got it on standby mode, which cost me like $5 a month, but gives me a very minimal internet connection speed, like barely 1 megabit. And can't really do a whole lot with that. But it does allow me to email and open up our Teams, Microsoft Teams that we use to communicate for work. And at least I can do that. And my work is pretty much offline anyway, so I can I don't need the connection to do most of my work, but that's getting about ready to change and it can be issues with work. So I'm not going to turn on Starlink right now because we're about to go into, it's December, and we're about to the end of the month. I've got to use up some vacation or lose it kind of thing, so take a couple of weeks off, including Christmas holiday, and basically before Christmas go all the way through to the new year, and then I think I missed the shortcut this time. Oh well. That's what I get for talking instead of paying attention to what I was doing. So it's not really going to help us. I mean, it's going to be just a waste of money during the holidays and when I'm off. So we'll get past the new year and we can turn it back on. That's the thing about it being in standby. We can turn it back on at any time. Don't have to wait a whole lot of time or anything. So it'll work out. I've have in all of the quest of trying to get bandwidth here, I had we had a 5 megabit DSL and the Wi-Fi was real pickle. The cellular Wi-Fi was a real fickle, not pickle but fickle, because it depended on connected users and usage and all that kind of stuff, and so it could be really good or it could be really bad. Well, we always had that base 5 megabits to rely on as our solid, and so I bought a fairly expensive piece of equipment. I should sell it and upgrade it. But it's a piece of equipment that we put in our hell, not in the router, but like in line with the router, that you can connect multiple internet sources to, and it can fail over or do if one goes down, it switches to the other and back, and it would do that fairly well. And then you should also or you could also do combining to where man, what is using up all of our funds? What's eating our operating cost up? I need to go look and see what our productions or costs are running. But it worked fairly well. The problem it has is that its firewall can only handle a certain amount of bandwidth, and that certain amount is way less than even a gigabit. So it wouldn't work very well for our situation right now. Failover it would work, but it wouldn't allow the full bandwidth through. And so we would have to, yeah, I don't know what we would do. I've got my, my desktop is connected directly by wire to it, to the internet provider's router, and that allows me to have 1 gigabit. My desktop will support a 2 gigabit connection, but geez Louise, that thing makes a big wide turn. But unfortunately, the ports on the back of the router are only 1 gigabit. So without them giving us a different router, which would probably cost an arm and a leg if they actually would do it. My experience has been a lot of times when you start going outside of the normal things, they're going to start asking a lot of questions. Why do you need a 2.5 gigabit? Why do you need a 2.5 gigabit wired connection directly to the router? No residential customer would need that, and if that's what you're going to be doing, then we need to make you a commercial customer and charge you 10 times more what you are being charged now. Yeah, no thank you. One is good enough for me. Anyway, rant over. Yeah, we've got let's see. Let's come back up here. Let's walk through our productions and see if we can tell what's costing us so much money. The fermenter. Making silage. $24 per month. That's not costing us much. $48. Wait. $48 per month. What are we producing? Lettuce. Oh, it's the water. That's what it is. I got that. There is a way to fix that. There is, under silo extensions, this little guy right here. And we'll put him over here on well, let's see. No gates up here on the front. Let's put that in free mode. And let's drop that down. Boom. Now, if we come over here, you can see we have, I don't know, 100,000, million, like 1 billion gallons of water in there now. That's a nice little, if you haven't seen that mod, it's on Mod Hub. It's a nice little mod for the console guys for free distribution of water. It's just a silo extension that starts out really full. One thing I think I'm going to do, how much do we still have? Oh, that's all of them. Instead of spawning, I know you don't make as much money on it, but I think I'm going to put that to direct selling. And we will well, I keep hitting the wrong button. I was recording, had to pause for a second, and then I stopped the recording. And so, but we can change that. I don't even remember what we were talking about before, so we'll put this up. I'm going to, because I don't think this will, I wonder if this will connect. Will this connect to this? I don't think it does. No. Well, not even if we get close. Nope. Okay. Let's go park the truck, and we'll get the New Holland. It would be faster than the Ford. Might want to consider getting us a flatbed farm truck at some point. Well, just ran right past the New Holland. You know, I have a plan. Some changes I'm going to make here. Did it put the... I thought I had fertilizer in there too. Thought I had more than just seed. There's the lime. There's seed. Could have sworn I had fertilizer in there. Maybe I didn't. Oh, maybe I put it over in the other fertilizer spreader. Hello? Okay. Okay. Well, I can't do that. Okay. Those are locked, huh? Now they're not. Let's go over here and let's pick up, see if we can pick these up. I like auto load if it works correctly. Okay. I think I know the way now without looking at the big map. This is a rattly old trailer, isn't it? Holy cannoli. Maybe we just keep on keeping on, huh? Whoopsies. Yeah, no, I missed it again. Gotta go this way. Yeah, I was watching, it's been out for a while, but I was watching, Mr. Sealy P's Kinleg series, and he pointed out some stuff that I think I'm going to give a try that just might help us keep our expenses down. I almost hit that car. And we'll see how well it works. Oh, am I gonna have to get behind the bus? And man, come on, bus. Well, now you're gonna take off, huh? Let's see. If we can, you know, the speed on this is not too bad. I wasn't going as fast as I could in the pickup, so. But it does slow down here. It wasn't slowing down in the pickup. But he was using some stuff and gave me some ideas of some things to do and try and stuff. So we'll do some of that. Those straps, sometimes they just look funny on those things. I don't know, I think the tension straps were a little bit better physics than they were in 22 than they are in 25. I don't remember the stuff bouncing around like that. Oh, 19,000. That'll help the bank account a bit. We won't have to do this anymore. And when we go back by the farm shop, I'm going to stop in and get a couple of things, I think, if we can afford it right now. I think we can. We will see. Man, I do like the work that they did on the terrain and everything. I mean, for this map, considering how hard it is to use the tools, I guess maybe they have some a little bit better tools for making maps than we have in game. But you know, the whatever you want to call it of the map, the textures and all of that, it's just beautiful work. I mean, some of the modders that are doing stuff have a lot of skill at that too. And there's, from time to time, they will produce some beautiful maps themselves. But you've really got to be a graphic artist to be able to produce some of that work. I mean, you know, and not everybody is. I know I'm not. I'm a software guy. I can write, you know, given enough time, I could probably write the engine myself. But when it comes to the graphics of it, it's just, you know, I lag behind there. That's out of my skill set, out of my wheelhouse. Okay, let's see. First of all, let's check to make sure none of what we're looking for is in the sale. It's just a fertilizer spreader. Do. Doesn't look. Don't see what I am looking for. Okay. First things first. Should have bought this the first time. Let's get these sorted. And we're going to go with the broadcast cedar. All right. Customize. Let's change the color to our blue color scheme. And We can pay $500 for that. That's pretty cool looking. It'll let us know it's a planter and not a, or a seeder and not a fertilized spreader. Excuse me. My second cup of coffee. I ignore. Ugh. Been sitting there a bit. Got some solid pieces at the bottom. Used to call that camp coffee. Okay. What does that do? Well, that was number 1. Now let's look at number 2. And what do we... Now what he did is he used this and let me go back. Does it have combinations? Well, what sprayer does it use? Do I have to use the... I know it's not that. I don't think. Although, what does that hook up with? That doesn't give us any combinations. Does this give us combinations? Oh, man. What do you hook up? I'm confused now. Wait, let me see something here. No options. Does this guy have options? No options. No options. This is it. Okay, does it matter which? Well, one's the FarmCon 24. Excuse me. $46,000. We don't have 46,000 quite yet. Oh. but that's what we need. Okay. Well, we'll add that soon. Didn't I? Oh, I forgot they just automatically delivered it to the farm. Okay, that's fine. We'll pick up the veggies and we'll go sell those. And I don't think that's going to get us up to 46,000 quite yet, but the next thing we need to do is, well, I don't know. We're going to sell the, we are going to sell the current cedar we have, that massy one. So I think I saw that it was something like maybe 12,000 originally, so plus the little part that comes with it for towing it. All right. Let's lock the wheels. Load what we can. Back up. Load the rest. Don't think there's anything else in there waiting on coming out, is it? Nope. Now, let's see. Where do we go for the veggies? Warehouse. Seaside restaurant and sell everything. All right, let's see. Let's come over here. We have strawberries, tomatoes, and lettuce. So we need to go to the L for lettuce. Let us find lettuce. Sorry, that was bad. Warehouse. Big Farmer's Kiosk and sell everything. What about strawberries? I'd like to just go to one place. Warehouse, sell everything. Okay, sell everything is looking like where is tomatoes? Okay, sell everything. And then the lettuce. Have to sell everything was what? Yep, that'll work. We might need to put in a little stand where we can sell our own veggies at. Excuse me. That might be a good thing to do. We're on a pretty decent road. We'll see what we can do about that. Here we go. And there we go. Another 5,000, huh? And let's see. Yeah, let's see. That was like 46,000, so we're still quite a ways away. And our fertilizer spreader is only like 5, and we're going to need to keep it for lime anyway, so I definitely want to switch to the liquid. Because I think we can do that more economical than solid. Where did we have this parked earlier? That was up inside the yard. Get a sprayer. We need to get all this grass out of here too. Old trailer don't like that too much. But old Skeeter can't really park one of these very well. I've watched people do it before. I don't know how they do it. That's another one of those things that's outside of my wheelhouse. Excuse me. I don't know if you heard that, but I hope not. All right, let's go get... Let's go get our cedar here. And we'll at least get man, I can't believe there's so many bees in that car. I mean, look, we're already getting honey over there. Walter's been busy canning that stuff up. Oh, run into the forks of the Ford. Not good. We can back in here. Refill. Yeah, almost enough to fill it up. Now we get to go do the wheat. We did the barley. It's time to do the wheat. And then we'll have to come back and fertilize it. Do we leave the gate open? Yes, we did. Good. Oh, wait. This is the barley field. We planted wheat. There we go. Excuse me. Nope. Don't want a worker. They don't know what they're doing half the time. Do I need to... Do I need to cultivate this first, maybe? Let's see what happens. Turn on the cedar. Oh, guess not. Cool beans. We'll get this in no time. I'm not sure if this uses more seed than the other cedar. But it's definitely doing a wider pass, that's for sure. We're going to have fun weeding this. That's what I want to get the herbicide for. We can do the weeding, do it pretty reasonable. I usually don't do liquids. Excuse me. Because I've always said that the liquids were more expensive and they didn't have a cheaper alternatives like some of the solid mineral fertilizer has. But actually there is some concentrate that's available that you can get, and it comes in a concentrated form. It's pretty cheap, and you just add a little bit to the sprayer, and then boom, you've got a sprayer full of either fertilizer or herbicide for not a lot of money. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Uh-oh. We're not going to let that go by. Probably overseeded some of that area, but that's okay. Looks like we missed another spot. We'll have to come back and get it. We may need to set our GPS to just a little bit smaller than what it actually is. Sorry about that. Coughing. And I don't think we're going to need to buy any more seed for this year, if I don't quit wasting it like that. Or if I quit wasting it like that, we won't have to. Makes quick work of the getting everything seeded in. So it's making this go a little faster. I really like this idea. I mean, a 14-meter cedar. I mean, you're not going to get one of those for $2,000. Let me tell you. I don't think it likes that angle. All right, next row. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to make it with that seed. I know we didn't have that much, but it doesn't seem to take that much to do it either, so we'll get our fertilizer spreader and come back and spread the fertilizer on here. And then maybe by the time that we have some weeds growing and we need to take care of those, we'll get the liquid sprayer. Pardon me. Boy, I got interrupted that time. Man. I don't even know what I was talking about. So, totally disconnected. Let me get this field done. And we'll see what else we need to do. This seed spreader is doing a really good job. Oh man, I'm really impressed. It's gonna be my new go-to thing, I think, from now on. I did use it on another map before, but I was just doing grass with it. But after seeing it, Mr. Sealy P use it, and knowing kind of what it does and the width and everything, I mean, this is the way to go. I mean, I'm not playing an ultra realistic or super realistic or even realistic-ish kind of game here. Well, I hate when it misses a spot like that. And it looks like we're going to have to do another side over there. Plus there's at least one spot we missed there. So looks like we are... Oh, that's going to be outside of that. Let's zap that real quick. That should be... Nope. Not quite enough. There we go. And the last bit. And barley is done. We barley had enough. Okay. Too much coffee. Sorry. I could mow that grass. Not really that much though. I don't know if it'd be worth it. Well, it did get dark quick in here. I know I had everything paused. Oh well. How much? Why can I not get... There we go. I was hitting the button to get out, and it wasn't letting me out. Oh, they still have 6,000 liters of food. Alright, it looks like we are going to go ahead and call this an episode here. And we'll get out there and fertilize that. It looks like we're going to need to buy some fertilizer anyway. We need some more sheds. Actually, we don't. We still have some shed space. I can push the tractor out of the way. And I can back on up in here. Straighten up a little bit. Drop that. Go put our tractors in the sheds, in the big shed here. Let's go get the Ford, and we can put it in here too. And then we'll call it a day. And then I know we need to fertilize the barley, but I'll figure out what else we need to do before the next episode and have a list. I know one thing I'm going to do real quick. I'm going to go ahead and change the garden to be change strawberries to selling, tomatoes to selling, and lettuce to selling. I'll just save us the trouble of running all over the place for those. And I don't think we shouldn't have any pallets out here right now that are spawned. Nope. Well, we're good there. And got some half a pallet of honey. Well, no, quarter pallet of honey. All right. So that's our today's episode. Next time we will be in September 2nd, which we are saying is the second week of September. And we'll see what we got to do there. We may jump through, do a few things, and then jump through till we have something major to do. And we'll see how that goes. So I appreciate y'all going along on the journey with me. I just want to thank you and ask you, if you haven't already, if you'd subscribe and tell your friends and neighbors about the channel. And just remember, if I've got the new series starting. This time it's in Italy. I can't think of how to say the name of the map right at the moment. It's going to be fun too. If you want to follow that journey as well. It's going to be a pretty challenging challenge. Not really calling it a challenge, but it's got some pretty lofty goals. And so, like I said, if you haven't subscribed, if you would boop the like button and click that notification bell, you'd be notified of when anything new pops up. If any community posts or anything. Really appreciate you guys. Can't say that enough. Cousin Skeeter saying bye-bye for now.